was strapped in.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're here driving to some martial arts. 971 it's called, and I'm excited because I love doing a bit of Muay Thai. I used to do wrestling, but the reason why I don't do it, if anyone even gives a fuck, is because of the risk of injury. I just think is extremely high, and it's just one of those where I was injured years ago, and the risk of getting injured is just not worth it. And from working with thousands of clients, a lot of them get injured doing wrestling, martial arts, jiu-jitsu. It's just common. It is. Let's get real. It is, and I don't want to get injured. The reason why I quit was because I was wrestling with my brother, actually, doing MMA, and I tried to lift him up, and then essentially my kneecap just came out of place and then went back in. It was like, and I was just like, oh my God. And ever since that, I quit because I was injured for many years, if you didn't already know. And when I was injured, I was just depressed. I was so fucking depressed. It was unbelievable. And I just don't want to risk getting injured like that. So I try and limit any sports that are high risk. I'd say like football's definitely one, rugby, contact sports, they're going to be, but doing martial arts and doing Muay Thai, kickboxing, elbows, knees, punches, kicks, I'm not really doing it against someone, I'm doing it against the pads. Now, don't get me wrong, I might do some sparring, but as long as it's someone who is not stupid, they're not an idiot, you're not really going to get injured as much as I would say. This is my opinion anyway, doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu and things like that. So we're off there today. I'm going to hopefully do at least 3 sessions whilst I'm here. I've got a few friends who I've seen on socials just training with this guy, and I thought I'd reach out and get his contact, and now we're pretty much on the way there. So this is a Monday morning. We've got the most over-expensive coffee, me and Juicy. I've got a flat white. I used to go all black, but then I'm like, oh, come on, it's one a day. I'm pretty ripped, so why not enjoy a little bit of milk in there. Juicy's got his oat milk, which I say is for absolute gays. No offense, guys, but you got to go for the whole milk. So that's it. When I don't do contact sports, when I don't do any sort of martial arts or fighting, I feel so weird. I feel like I can't defend myself, even though I've not done it for like maybe a month. There's just something in me. I used to have these weird nightmares for years of like not being able to defend myself. And anyway, that's just me. But yeah, we're gonna hit that up, and then I'm gonna pretty much race back and then jump in some meetings for the day. Mondays, you've got to set off the week right. It's very powerful, especially with the weekend, drinking, partying. What I used to do is it's not the way forward, especially if you want to run a successful business. You've got to be dialed in and disciplined. I will be going out probably a Wednesday though, because my girlfriend's birthday, going on a boat. We'll have a beer or two, I don't know, maybe not. We'll see, but that'll be pretty much it. So I'm setting the week off right. I've got plenty of meetings to jump in, and I usually run the Monday meeting in terms of motivate the guys, talk about what's on my mind, what we should be thinking about during the time of the year, whether it's coming up to summer, whether it's December, and we're talking about clients who are kind of not getting motivated, that's usually what I'm doing. So today is definitely a motivation day. Yeah, I want to say something. How crazy it is driving on these roads in Dubai. I tell you what, guys, I don't know how some of these people have passed their test. You've got to be alert. It's like Bali, but motorways. You got the Kareem drivers driving so fast down the side of the motorway. It's scary. I know I was watching some guy on social media the other month, and he ended up killing a Kareem driver. And it wasn't even his fault. It was the Kareem driver's fault. And the guy ended up going in prison for like 2 weeks because they wanted to make sure if it was actually the Kareem driver. But luckily, there was someone saw and witnessed it, so he got cleared. But 2 weeks just to decide whether or not it was his fault. And that's Dubai for you. You definitely don't want to fuck around in Dubai with anything, pretty much. Drugs, crime, it's just a bad idea. I couldn't imagine the jail cells are any fucking pleasant, to say the least. You got people in the UK who commit crimes to go to jail. And that's kind of why I like it here as well. People commit crimes and they get locked up for a long time, and people in the UK can be an absolute dirty pedophile and they get away with shit. And they want to go to prison because the conditions are probably better sometimes off the street. Like, they get a meal, they get to go to the gym, they get to watch TV, they end up having a phone. It's just crazy. So yeah, anyway, be safe on the roads, guys. Here it's a little bit risky, to say the least.
Tomorrow.
Regular milk. Okay. Oh, okay. Getting a little bit confused. 24 hours is? How mental is that? I was asking them, do they get any drunken people outside here? They said, yeah, they're singing and dancing all night. What's up, guys? It's Groundhog Day. Rinse and repeat. We're up again, getting the coffees, and then on the way to hit a workout. Today is going to be some running, so I'm going to drive to the Palm, which is about 15 minutes away. I usually stay on the Palm when I come. I do like it, it's nice and quiet, but at the moment we're in JBR, a lot busier, so we're going to go for a run and head down to the Palm, just because it's an epic place to run, and even in Bali it's not the best. I went out for a run when my brother was with me like last week, and you nearly get eaten alive by stray dogs. And that's actually another story I've got for you right now. I got bit by a stray dog in Bali just before I came here, on my hand, on my arms, and essentially what I did, bad idea. We've got 4 dogs already. They're not my dogs, they're Bailey's dogs, but they're pretty much my dogs now anyway. And there's this dog outside a shop, it was throwing it down. And when I mean throwing it down, in Bali, when it's rainy season, it pisses it down. So heavy the rain. I was like, oh, there's a cute little puppy out here. And I was like, all right, okay, that's nice. And then Bailey was like, oh yeah, wonder if it's just a stray dog or it's got an owner. I was like, oh no, it's not got a collar on there. So then I was in the shop, and then the dog come into the shop and ran over to me. I was like, oh, this is a bit of a weird coincidence. And then I ended up thinking, oh, you know what, I'll take it to the vets. It looked a little bit sick. So picked it up, put it in the car. All of a sudden, there's something wrong with it. We knew something wrong with it. Its eye was like, one of its eyes was fucked. I was like just doing circles. Like, ooh, I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? This dog's mental. But it was cute. I was like, yeah, I actually need a guard dog outside the compound. So let's bring it to the vets, see what it's like. On the way to the vets, it started to started to bite. And then it was like nippy. And I was like, okay, just get back. I was like pushing it back down. So I was like driving like this. I was like, get back. It was trying to like come over. And it continued a little bit more, and then I basically grabbed it, took it round, put it in the boot, and then we took it to the vet, and we got there. And essentially, we had some checkups. We're speaking to the vets, like, yeah, we just want to make sure everything's good with it, potentially bring it home. And they were like, oh no, bring it home now, because the vet bills are going to be big. And I was like, I'm not bothered about the bills. I just want this dog to be okay. 4 hours later, we didn't take it home. We let it stay there for the night. 4 hours later, this was like 12 p.m. Bailey started getting calls after calls after calls. The dog's died. I didn't think he was going to die. It looked fine to me. Looked absolutely fine. So he's died. And then they said, yeah, it's expected rabies. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, if anyone's been bitten, you need to go to emergency immediately. He was like, shit, we've all been bit. So we went to the emergency, got our jabs, came back, and then essentially that wasn't enough. We had to get these other jabs, hemoglobin bullshit or whatever. Ended up costing like 10k for £10,000 for some jabs. I was like, sheesh, these are expensive jabs, but I didn't want to die, so they're just pretty damn expensive. Lucky we got some cash in the bank, so we're okay. We didn't really sweat. But yeah, we had these other jabs, and then I've got another set of jabs I think at the end of this week. So guys, the dog had rabies, and then we had a few calls from the government saying that they're gonna have to slaughter a shitload of dogs around the area. So yeah, I could have ended up dying if you think about it. If we took the dog home, it would have probably killed all the other dogs. We wouldn't have known it had rabies. It might not even died that night, you never know, and we would have been fucked. So yeah, luckily I took the dog to the vets and we're okay and we're well and we're safe. I had about 7 injections, used to injections, so I didn't really cry, but here we are, guys. So that's a story. Yeah, do not pick up stray dogs in Bali because they do have rabies and it was confirmed. So yeah, anyway, that's the story done. A little bit long-winded. We've got the protein balls, whatever these are. Not too bad. Got some for Juicy. Got the flat white. Juicy's got the cappuccino. Gay. And today, it's my girlfriend's birthday. And guess what? We're going on a boat. So I paid for a boat, and the weather is absolutely shit. So shit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna have a day off today from work, which is so difficult. I struggle very, very much with taking days off from work. There's always something to do. There's always a way to improve. There's always something to be working on. There's always fires to be putting out. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a boat day on there for about 4 hours from 11 till 3, and after that I might come back and do a little bit of a hotel workout. Yesterday was martial arts, which I really enjoyed. Biceps super tight and rear delts are a little bit tight, so I got some a massage last night, and we've got also martial arts on Friday as well. Yeah, so it's just rinse and repeat, work, training, and also why I'm here, I am trying to have some fun as well, which is very difficult. I think when you're a business owner, when you're a CEO, when you're a high performer, a lot of the guys that I work with anyway struggle with managing the relationships at home and also work, because we love to work, and taking that time off and coming away and switching off is very important, because you don't want to be a guy who's very successful in terms of business, but then his relationships are all shit. And I never want to be that guy. I want to be someone who is it's a 360 approach on health, wellness, fitness and training and business. I'm not inspired by the guys who live a life of work, but then the family life's just shit. They've not got anyone around them, or they don't get any friends or anything like that, because they've burnt everyone, or they've just fallen out with all the family. So it's very important for me to make sure I've got that part of my life, because I do love people and I do love my family. And now I'm a father, things have changed a hell of a lot. So prioritizing that is difficult. Like, not last night, the night before, I was up a few times in the night and I was just fucked. I was so tired. It's like, shit, this is it, isn't it? This is what it's all about. And then you're trying to get on with your day. I felt ill as shit. And that's it. This is just life, isn't it? Like, I chose it. I chose to have the baby. So I've got to man up, quote unquote. And I've got to put the work in, and I've got to get on with it. It's life. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna hit this workout. I'm gonna do some probably 400 meter relays. I'm gonna warm up with a 1k run, and I'm gonna finish off with some sprints as well, and then cool down with another 1k. Let's get it.
Fortune's babe, mirror vein, gone insane, but the memory remains. Heavy rings on fingers wave, another star denies the grave. See the nowhere crowd, crowded nowhere cheers of honor, like twin
Yeah, there we go. Sweaty one on the palm. Did about 8k. Wasn't too bad. Did a little bit further than I expected to, because me and Juicy were trying to get some shots over the bridge. I was just running back and forth and just going hard, really. But yeah, there's nothing better than just getting out in the morning and getting in a workout. It feels so good. The endorphins, that rush, that high. On the palm is an interesting one. There's so many like new buildings being built, like hotels, apartment blocks. It's absolutely mental. Some really nice hotels are down here as well. I definitely would suggest, if you come to Dubai, go for a run on the palm. It's really nice. It's like just a really long stretch, pretty much around the whole palm, where you can run. So yeah, it's not too bad for running. It's way better than Bali, to say the least. In Bali, you just end up feeling like you're gonna get knocked over by bikes, and unless you're a little bit further out, which I have been and I am, you can't really go for runs. The roads are not wide enough, there's no real pavement, and that's one of the big downsides of Bali. There's many ups, there's many positives. In comparison to Dubai and Bali, I do like both. Completely, entirely different, but it's very health orientated, Dubai, and so is Bali. So for me, like fitness, the probably two best places I've been to so far are Dubai and Bali for fitness. You have got places like Marbella, which a lot of fitness guys go to, and of course you've got America, but I've not been there yet. I've only been to LA. I am going in June to America, which is going to be epic, but wherever I go, I always want to try out the gyms. I always want to check out the fitness scene. I want to be around that type of energy, healthy living, hard working, good food, good weather. That's my type of vibe. So yeah, gonna get back here and then gonna get ready. Yes, sir.